Hi, everybody. Coming up on 7:39 right now. I'm live here in the Weather Center. We are watching a storm that is over Abbeville and Greenwood County, and it does have some rotation with it. I want you to know that we're watching it closely right here. I want to show you the warnings along with the radar right here. Anytime a new warning is issued or an update comes out, you'll see it pop up right in here. So we're going to track this here for you every step of the way. So let me know what you're seeing in your neck of the woods, and please, if you're new to this channel, let me know where you're watching from. I'd like to know kind of in the comments section where you're watching from. And we'll keep this conversation going. But let's first dive into the radar because looking closer at Greenwood and Abbeville County, this whole broad cell on the southern end is tapping into the greatest instability across the area of the day, which is quite potent. It's been warmest in this area. It's also tied to a little bit more wind energy. So this area does have the capability or the capacity for a spin-up tornado. And you can see the brighter reds and the greens showing up. We've got live Super Doppler 4 up in here in the studio, which I'll show you here in just a second. But southern Greenwood County, there's that rotation. There's also some pockets of rotation here in Abbeville and Greenwood County as well. You see where the red and the green meet? Those are areas of this line that's trying to rotate. It's broad. It's not tight and to the ground yet, but any scan of this could reveal a more ominous or dangerous situation. This is well south of Greenville, Spartanburg, where there's some rain, along Five Forks, Woodruff, down towards Simpsonville and DeLawrence. But right now, the greatest threat is here over Greenwood County. There was half-dollar sized hail near Greenwood. That has since pushed over toward Newberry, and this new line that has moved through does present the greatest risk for severe weather, including that rotation that has been cropping up. And again, this is part of a line that is moving through the area right now, and the most potent part of that is in the southern part of the upstate. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning here in eastern parts of the state heading toward Myrtle Beach, and then a couple near Lumberton in North Carolina. But you can almost make out the clockwise or counterclockwise tilt there. That is an indication of a little bit of wind energy in the atmosphere. For those of you watching right now in northern Anderson County, Greenville County, there's some rumbles of thunder, there's some heavy rain, but for now, the more volatile, severe part of the storm is where these dozen lightning strikes are, and this heavy rain is over Troy, Bradley, Kirksey, southern end of Greenwood County, the extreme southern end of the county right now. And that's why the National Weather Service has put this tornado tag possible in here. This means tornado possible. That just means that there's some rotation in it. It's not enough to warrant a tornado warning at this moment, but it is certainly one that they're watching, we are watching, and if that were to continue, we'd watch that. Each segment of this warning does have that TOR possible designation, which is a newish thing over the past 6 months to a year. This one here heading toward 96 out of eastern parts of Greenwood, that too has a tornado possible tag on it. And then this southern part of the line where the rotation has been the strongest has that as well. So we're going to watch this whole line closely. This warning expires in 3 minutes in the southern part of Edgefield and McCormick counties as you're heading into the southern extreme tip of Troy right in here. So I'll have to watch that closely in the coming 30-45 minutes as this is pushing on through. So let me know where you're watching from in Uptown Greenwood. It is rocking right now. Lots of heavy rain, some lightning, and those winds are in excess of 60 miles per hour. The hail has come down from that 1.25 inch size, which is half-dollar size, to now a little bit less than an inch, which is good for the hail front. But this has taken on more of a wind threat with this. Let's look at the velocity data here. You can still see some of that rotation. Broad, it's not got a clear brighter green and brighter red, but this is indicative of a little bit of rotation in the southern part of Greenwood County, right there in that McCormick, Edgefield, Greenwood County line. And here's a new severe thunderstorm warning that is issued downstream for this over parts of Saluda. This is going to continue to press on off toward the east right here, and we'll get this update here in just a second as we are processing it as we speak. Turn on reflectivity. There you go. So this new severe thunderstorm warning does continue to have the tornado possible tag on it. It expires in 32 minutes. So that new warning gets us in here to Newberry County, northern Edgefield County, Saluda County, and McCormick County. This is very near Greenwood, so that southern end of Greenwood County.
Storm warning has been issued.
Yeah, got that new warning right there, as you can see it popping up. Tree damage, power lines, all a possibility here. As we saw Saturday, more widespread across the area. But right here, the areas in the path of this are Newberry, Edgefield, Saluda, McCormick, Johnston, Ridge Spring, Saluda County Airport, McCormick County Airport, Silver Street, Ward, Strom-Thurmond High School, Saluda County Sheriff's Office, Good Hope, the Northside Fire Station, Hollywood Elementary School, Chapels Fire Station, and Harmony, as well as Pleasant Lane. So again, southern Abbeville, southern Greenwood County, this area has the most volatile part of the storm associated with it right now as this rotation continues to push in. For those of you watching in Cherokee County, up through Lake Lure, Rutherford County, Polk County, just some rain for you. The more potent part of this line and the severe part of this line sits here across southern Greenwood County. So another downstream warning here is this probably, I'd say, lacks 30 minutes before it's out of Greenwood County. But this one right on its tail is nothing to sneeze at. That one's probably going to go in the extreme southern parts of Abbeville, Greenwood County right in here, as these storms are kind of generally moving east at the moment. Little northeast jog to it at times, but that kind of tends to be where we're watching it right now. So, again, if you're watching us right now across the upstate, the southern part of the upstate tends to have the most severe part of this line as we're watching it closely. Let me show you what Live Super Doppler 4 is showing here across the studio, and I'm going to bring in one of our interns here. This is Eden. Say hello, Eden.
Hi.
Eden is from Mississippi State, and you grew up in Spartanburg, right?
Yes.
So tell the viewers here a little bit about yourself as you're here interning with us at WYFF4.
Yeah, it's kind of like a full circle moment. I grew up watching WYFF4 and Chris Justice and former meteorologist John Sesherich.
So it's the dream team.
Yeah. So now I get to intern under Chris Justice. It's been pretty good so far, and I'm looking forward to an exciting summer here in the studio.
And tell everybody you're going into your senior year?
Senior year.
Senior
at
year.
Mississippi State, yes.
So, I mean, you're past the hardest class as a meteorologist. We can't call you meteorologist yet, but you're this close.
I'm
this close. You're almost there. You're almost there. So you're back for the summer, and here we are watching these storms. We'll kind of pan the camera over a little bit more. Tell the folks here we've been watching that cell right there. I mean, you were at the move my Chick-fil-A. Oh, you got our cans over there. That's all right. Hey, we're working studio here. That cell there across southern McCormick County. You were recording here in the chroma key, getting some practice in, and we're like, hey, that looks a little suspicious there.
Yeah,
and
I saw the severe thunderstorm warning come up, and then I started checking out the velocity and all of that other stuff.
Yeah, and it's a couple of different segments of that line. This is our own Doppler giving us that instant data. Greenwood through parts of McCormick, and even that southern tail end, that more spicy part of that storm north of Washington right there. I'm just clicking too many buttons here. There we go. Yeah, both of those are trying to rotate a little bit right there. McCormick, kind of Kirksey, southern parts of Greenwood County. So we'll keep watching that, but I just wanted to say hello to everybody at Eden. So Eden, you'll probably see her here through the summer before she goes back to Mississippi State to finish out the year, and we'll ask if we can keep you, right?
Yes.
you're doing great. You're having a fun summer so far. And Nicole, our other intern, we're rock and rolling. She's at USC, so whenever football season starts, we'll have the rivalry, the SEC rivalry a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
it'll get real. All right, let's turn the radar back on here as we're watching this again. Probably 30 more minutes before it moves out of Greenwood County and pushes off toward the east. Let's turn on radar and put this in motion just kind of you can see a little bit closer. As I was showing you on Live Super Doppler 4 just there in our studio, this little guy right here, it doesn't have a warning on it, but it is certainly very feisty near Tignall, and it's heading toward McCormick. So that one certainly could have the capacity of some hail. In fact, let's turn on the hail because that has been, that'll probably be a new warning. It's probably just approaching inch-sized hail right there. And that, again, these are generally moving east-northeast. There's the hail cores of the storms. Could graze Abbeville County, southern Greenwood County right there. A lot of lightning in uptown Greenwood. I mean, it is just absolutely coming down right now. And this pushes off toward the east, towards Saluda here shortly. A lot of cloud ground lightning there. There's been a lot of lightning in southern Greenville County near Simpsonville, Spartanburg, Gaffney, a couple of lightning strikes here in the past 30 minutes as well. I'll turn back on the radar here. Let's do something else I want to show you. So there's the 2D scan of this. We need to look at this in all sizes and shapes here. So let's look closer at this here as we're zooming into this. Certainly got quite a bit of tall thunderstorm activity here going on through. And as we turn on the echo tops, that's what I wanted to show, how high these get. I mean, these are some tall thunderstorms. 47,000 feet right there in Greenwood County. This one that is growing is now at 40,000 feet. But I mean, you're talking, if you were to look south of Greenville right now, you would be able to see those thunderstorms and those tall thunderheads right there that go almost to 50,000 feet in elevation. That's way up there in the atmosphere. So indicative of the atmosphere that we have, that we knew would produce severe weather tonight. Certainly not the every city seeing significant wind like Saturday was. That was quite potent Saturday, where almost everybody in the area saw severe thunderstorms, at least up to 50 miles per hour, some more than that. But right now it's a little more of an isolated event. Certainly still a strong event happening as we speak, moving toward the 8 o'clock hour from uptown Greenwood south toward McCormick. And watching this rotation as it is broad, but it is there. Anytime it is there, you know we're going to be watching it closely for you. Right there, you see where the red and the green are meeting. Some of those areas where the rotation is trying to tighten up a little bit in those areas. Certainly worth watching very, very closely from Abbeville to Greenwood to 96 to McCormick, pushing toward the east. There you go. And again, shows signs of trying to flare back up. It's one of those situations where it just takes a little bit. Just takes a little bit. And you can see the county line right there at the top part of that warning. This is very close to Greenwood County. And you got a couple of brighter red spots right here. And again, if we were to ID this, we're kind of looking down into the storm. But you got 30 mile per hour winds, 40 mile per hour winds going one way, 30 mile per hour winds going the other way. So this thing is trying to rotate. Same with this little storm cell back here toward Tignal. Again, not as much rotation. 11 miles per hour one way, 40 or so miles per hour going the other way. So certainly some broad level circulation happening in this. And what this is, let me turn the marker off, it's just part of the line trying to extend out past the other part of the line. So we're watching it closely. It's moving very quickly off toward the east as the storm continues to fire up. You're not done with the rain by any means in uptown Greenwood. You'll get past the severe aspect of it, some more rumbles of thunder and some heavy rain back through Abbeville, as that still has to move on through. But for now, the most potent side of this is southern Greenwood, Abbeville, and that will quickly push into Saluda, into McCormick, Newberry County. Signs of weakening rotation, National Weather Service noting here. So thankfully, this part of the Greenwood County warning, they dropped the tornado possible
This
tag.
severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
And you see it reflected there on your screen. So they did update that. They tweaked it. That's the update that came, was they took the TOR possible tag off of the Greenwood County cell, that northern part. So this one right here. If you were to look at this one still has a TOR possible one on it. That is the southern part of Greenwood County. So there's really two, if you can kind of make it out. There's one warning that's over uptown Greenwood that covers 96 in here through 25 down to Troy, Kirksey. Then there's this other one that's on the other side of the county line. That one does have the tornado possible tag on it. Has still some rotation with it. So watching that closely to turn on velocity. A couple of different flare-ups here, the red and the green meeting. Having to watch those closely as they're pushing off. If I put this in motion, you can see the different areas of this storm, and you can kind of make out the general push toward the east-northeast. So there's a little bit of indication that the upper level parts of this are trying to rotate a little bit, especially in the southern part. Those brighter reds are concerning. They'd be a little more concerning if the greens were a little brighter. So that's the good news, is this is rotating. It does have some rotation with it, but it's right now broad level circulation, not close to the ground at the moment. Doesn't mean that it can't or won't, but it certainly bears watching as we're monitoring this whole line moving on through the area. The rest of us are just dealing with some rain. Simpsonville, Lawrence, Spartanburg, Jonesville, Union, just some good old-fashioned rain. Forest City, Lake Lure, this area under some heavy rain at the moment. Some lightning associated with that as well, but nothing severe. This one over Greenwood County is the one that is the most severe, and thankfully the one that's over our immediate area, they dropped that TOR possible tag on it. The county south here does have the tornado possible tag on it, and this does cover Newberry County, Edgefield County, and Saluda County. So right south of Uptown Greenwood, toward the south, is where this is probably the most potent right now. But the good news is that this Greenwood County cell, the rotation does appear to be weakening just a bit. But the McCormick, Saluda County, right there just south of the line, there's just enough rotation that probably within 10 minutes this threat's going to be coming to an end, and we'll be able to send this over to Newberry and Columbia. But right now this warning, the severe thunderstorm warning, does continue for about 20 more minutes. It's got a little bit of light hail with it, some strong to severe winds as it's pushing on through, and Live Super Doppler 4 is giving us a similar look to this. Got multiple screens up here, chat room over here with the National Weather Service where we can access insight from them if they're going to issue additional warnings, if they're tweaking anything, and kind of just what their thoughts are. And then on the other screens, we have our own Doppler radar, which we're able to access and showcase to you as to where anything may be severe or trying to crop up. Now, moving forward here, those of you wondering what may be coming down the pipeline tomorrow or the rest of this week is we do have an active pattern here. Tomorrow and Wednesday do appear to be a little bit of a downward trend. We're going to have a little bit of drier air try to punch in, but then we crop right back up. Wednesday night into Thursday, those winds begin to shift to the south, and thunderstorm chances will begin to grow, and we'll have building thunderstorm chances going into our Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Will not be a widespread washout type event, but there will be some storms to watch each and every day. Some of them could be on the severe side. So that's the way things are cooking right now, folks. I'm going to continue to watch this alongside Eden here as we're monitoring Live Super Doppler 4 on all sides here. And thankfully, this storm's within a few minutes of being out of our area. And I'll continue to watch it closely for folks off toward the east and to the Columbia metro area, Myrtle Beach. If you're at the beach right now, you're going to have some storms roll through later tonight, probably making some noise with some heavy rain and thunder. If this is your beach week, you've certainly been no stranger to some storms, but thankfully, they have not been all-day washouts. You've had plenty of sunshine, and you will continue to have plenty of sunshine. And the good news is it looks like, though you get some storms early tomorrow, the rest of the week's looking to be a bit more hit and miss at the coast. So we'll keep you posted, watching these severe thunderstorm warnings over Greenwood, Saluda, McCormick counties, but things